was an excavating contractor, put in septics and all kind of stuff like that for 40 years. Of course, been retired for a few years, but let's kind of figure out, where is your drainfield approval, your septic approval?
We haven't had that yet.
Not yet. Okay.
He told the septic guys, asked if we could ask you not to do like the center of the land.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
Because then it
like I
gives
said,
it more offset.
yeah, I've done probably 3,000 septic in that line. Well, you see the fork stick down. I use the stick to hold me up. The front coat here, or metal rods or stuff like that, is they have a tendency to be really active on mineral veins. And mineral veins is not what you're looking for. There's a lot of mineral veins in this country.
Yeah.
And usually mineral veins are about this wide, and they just don't produce water. So what we're looking for an area of change, which is an area that's, is it cracked rocks, gravel, quartz, that kind of thing. And it's, somewhere 4 feet wide, 6 feet wide, 8 feet wide, or something like that. And the water's moving through that area from the mountains. It's actually moving all the time toward the lower streams. And so I can actually feel that water moving. And once I detect an area like that, and you'll see the sticks, it'll pull down, that tells you that's the area of change. Okay, that does not pull to water. It does not.
Okay.
But then as you walk into this area of change, then as the water's moving, the stick will start jumping around like this. And then that's the indication of movement. So what we do is try to find a lateral vein and a bilateral, and they crisscross each other, and that just gives you a better area to drill and a better chance of getting a nice amount of water at a lesser cost and lesser depth and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really a good, I mean, you could drill without it, and, you might get your 5 gallons or 10 gallons in. You might, but you might have to go pretty cotton picking deep to get it.
Yeah.
And then your pocketbook just starts getting flattened and flattened. So by dowsing, it gives you a chance of getting a nice amount of water at a reasonable depth. And also the water will taste better too, because it's been moving through that area for many years. I can still go out and do it, and I still can go out and help people and get a nice well, and and it's not 100%, but it's just awful close. How many acres is this total? 5 acres. Yeah.
So what are you looking for?
Well, as far as the well goes, kind of once you depict where you think you want to put your home, then I kind of need to look at it where I think the best area for your drain field is.
Okay.
The well has to be 100 feet from the drain field, so you want to make sure and stay away, but don't want to be ridiculous either as far as how far you got to run the wires and the pipe and everything. The color of the needle and all that tell me something, because that's basically where water is moving through and it's hydraulicing. And so what I'm thinking is walking out this way and looking for a well site. Because if the water's moving underneath the trees and stuff around, and hydraulic and help, then they usually will get darker green and all the hydraulic color. What I do is I just hold this up, my knuckles up like this, and then walk along, and like I say, find the area where it pulls down. And there's probably, from what I'm seeing here, the vein's probably got to be running this way. this is a nice spot to drill.
What?
And I don't, a lot of people say, well, how many gallons per minute? I can give you some ideas. I don't want to say exactly because I don't really know exactly, but
Right.
I would think that the chance of being 10 plus would be very good.
Okay.
And it could even be 20 plus, you know what I mean? But
And is that because of what you felt?
yeah, the width and the movement and the energy and all that kind of stuff. So this is a nice spot. I'm thinking by looking over here at the oak tree, would have a white trunk over there, a lot of color there, and there's probably another one right out here that would be a nice spot too. But anybody want to try it here? To try it? Okay. I know she wants to try it.
I do.
Put your knuckles like that, put them up, and thumbs out like that, and the knuckles, like you're going to put a coffee cup on your knuckles. See? Okay. This is right next to stick. If that one breaks it. Okay, now hold it up here like that. Okay, and then just walk forward real slow. One. Is it falling like crazy?
Yeah.
Keep your knuckles flat. Keep your knuckles flat. Fine. No, and try it. Back up, back up. Okay. Coffee cup. Now we're coffee cup. Don't turn this way. Okay, here. Like that. Right. Keep your knuckles flat. Coffee cup sitting right here. Stick one. You're one of the 5%.
Wow.
5% that what?
That can get it full. Not over here on that side. This side of me. I'm going to this hand. Now, let go of this hand. Okay. Now, grab my hand. Okay. Now we're going to be one. We're going to do the same thing, except we're going to do it one person. Let their hand down. Let their hand down. Right there. Okay. Now wait. Now go down. Okay. Come down. Now wait. Lift that.
It wants to fight.
I know. Okay, drop your arm down. Okay. Now, go here, sir. You feel like?
Yeah, it starts to jerk.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so hard. Yeah.
It's so
You got a lot of power in you. A lot of power. Now, you're the type of person that would be affected by an energy field. If you had a bedroom, if you were sleeping on top of a thing like this, it would affect your heart rate, and you would probably sleep maybe 2 hours a night.
Wow.
And you wake up in the morning dead tired.
Oh my goodness.
You could have a heart attack.
Wow.
Try not to sleep over. Well, yeah, so these kind of things are very, you're a kind of person that are very affected by an energy field.
Yes.
Okay? And
When I was
this
young,
is a-
when I was young, I was experienced some of that.
Yep.
Like touch a Coke machine and the Coke drops out, or
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
I know that's weird.
Do your watches go funny or your cell phones and stuff?
Quarter, they used to have payphones.
Uh-huh.
Boom.
Yeah, wow. Yeah.
Elevator doors.
Whoa.
You guys want that?
Yeah. Here, well,
So maybe I'll be.
No, I've fiddled with it. Literally, I've never found anybody that can make a stick bounce like
Wow.
I can do. But the bouncing is the indication of good movement. Now, put your thumbs on. Okay,
Cool. I could feel it. It's like I was trying to hold it back. You know what I mean?
there you go. We'll stick up. Okay. No, it's not.
I'm just normal.
Yeah, no.
I'm a normal one. I'm very grounded. Let me try.
Try again. Try again. Go ahead and change. Look at my hands now. Okay. See, like
How
coffee
you're
cup,
more-
like
yeah.
coffee cup sitting on.
Yeah.
Try to point it up and
Try that.
That way it gives it a little more.
Well, just hold on to it tighter. Okay, come on down, house shit. That's right. Now we're one, okay?
Oh.
Okay, so. Okay, now go down.
yeah.
Now this is the movement. That's the energy.
Yeah.
Feel the
Yeah.
movement?
Yes.
Okay, now let go of my hand. Let go of my hand. And touch it when you want to.
Oh my god. That
Isn't that cool?
is so cool.
So. You want to try it?
Yeah.
I'm so intrigued.
I don't know what I did. It's
Oh, okay. No, yeah,
Start
that's
to feel
fine.
the stick like wow.
Yeah.
Pressure in the
Yeah, you feel it.
stick. Wow.
Okay.
Put your arms down. There you go. Pick up. Like that.
like that.
Yeah, just like that. I'm a caregiver for my wife, so she called there after I was like,
Oh, she's just checking on you.
Hello.
Movement.
I felt it like you feel it. It like pulls. Watch when he touches your hand.
That is, yeah, that's
You
amazing.
can feel the stick, like, turning in your
Yes,
hand.
That's really amazing.
What's that?
Okay.
Now put not the flat like that. Let's touch it. Okay. Now
Wow.
You feel it?
Okay. Now we're going to fold it into the movement area. This is the energy area.
Yeah.
Feel that energy?
Yeah.
Okay, let go of my hand. And touch it when you want to.
It stops.
Yes, isn't that wild? Yeah, very cool.
Okay, so let's move forward. We'll go on over in this area here and see what else we can find. This is a nice slab. This would be a good slab to drill. The driller can set up here very easily. Once you feel that movement pattern, answer it. A nice water, nice movement pattern will be good. Look down.
Yep.
Yeah, this is nice. Nice relaxing here. Let's see what we've got for twilight over in here. Apple. Yeah, roll on top of it. Okay, so right there.
What's way over?
Good job. You're good. I'm actually breaking my grandson in, but he's 30 years old, but he can't use the stick. It won't work for him, and it seems like what you and I do.
Yeah.
We have a gizmo. It's a thing that spins, and it's got an antenna on it. And he'll actually go out with me on jobs. He'll come to a site like this, and I let him walk out in front of me, and he'll find the site. And he'll say, "Right here, Grandpa." So I'll come up to it and check it, and sure enough, he's right on.
Yeah.
So yeah, so when the time comes, the good Lord says, "Time to come home." Well, he take my phone number and
Pass it on. Yeah, as it should
Very
be.
good.
Generations.
Yeah, that's cool.
carry on the.
I always wonder what gift I have. Now we know.
Is that traditional for it to be passed on that way
Huh?
for dowsing?
No, not really. There's, like I said, about 5%, and you're one of the 5% that can actually, make the stick work properly. Now, 20% can use two wires, like two coat hangers or two wires like that. 20% of people can do that. And the wires will come in, and they'll tell you basically the same thing this does, but it doesn't tell you how wide it is, and it doesn't tell you if there's movement or not. The wires will just cross. Well, it might be just two little veins about that wide, and it might be just mineral. Well,
Right.
it's kind of expensive to drill on a $10,000 well on a mineral vein. Hey,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
so the wires are just not as efficient. I'm not going to say they're not efficient. About 40% of the time they're accurate, but 40% when you're spending $10,000 and $15,000 for a dry hole, that's not very good. Is it?
Dry hole. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, if you mess up, do people get mad?
Well, they're trying to make sure everybody understands right up front that it's not 100%. Just like this spot right here, I would say 90 and 95% chance of being a really nice place to drill.
Yeah.
For some odd reason it may not, but most of the time I'm right. You know what I mean? I can do, say out of a year's time, say if I did, say 100 wells, for example, well, probably only about 3 or 4 of them wouldn't be good.
Yeah.
And that would usually be in an area that's just really bad.
Difficult. Yeah.
And this isn't a real bad area. Like I said, you could drill probably anywhere on the property and probably get 5 gallons, you know what I mean, which would be adequate. But not, when you have a property like this, you like to have something a little better so you can irrigate with and stuff. So adequate's not good enough for a property like this.
Yeah.
So, but I think we're good at this point. I think we've got 2 sites. And so the driller can, if he drills on that one over there, which probably I would say would be the primary site to drill on, that one up there closer to the house, feels good. And if something happens that the well caves in, or it's not good, or it's got some bad problems or something like that, and he's already got another spot mark.
Okay.
So
Nice.
he's back up.
Perfect. Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I can tell you probably 100 instances that where the energy fields are. This energy field here, on a scale of 1 to 10, is probably about a 3.5 or something like that. That energy field over there, the first one we marked, is probably closer to 5.
5.
It's quite a bit stronger. Now you probably felt
Oh, yeah.
you felt something going on there.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I can tell you probably 100 stories, but I'll tell you one story that I think is kind of unique. I was out here on the other side of Medford one time and went up, and there was well, I call them a young couple, but they were probably in their early 40s, and they had teenage kids. Anyway, they had this big 2-story house, and it was every once in a while we had drought periods here, and like in 76 and 78 and 86 and 84 and all that, there was droughts. Okay. So I went out there, their well went dry, and so I went out there to find them a new well. Well, as I pulled in their driveway, I saw these three great big oak trees. I mean, my gosh, they were giant. I mean, the first limb was probably 4 foot thick. I mean, they were giant, just giant. Well, and the leaves were really dark blue, and I go, oh my gosh, there's a dynamic vein. Well, just driving across there, my heart just went, just shattered. Yeah, just.
Wow.
And I just thought, oh my
You
gosh,
can feel it right
but
here.
the rain field was
In
right
the
there.
mag-
That's what I feel.
Oh.
Yeah, I could feel it here. It actually took my breath away.
Huh.
And like if I was standing over here talking to you, eventually my breath would go away. But so anyway, as I drove across there, I thought, oh my gosh. But then it turned out the drain field was right there. So we had to go out in the back of the property and we found them a decent well back there. And of course, so when I came back, I knew that vein was going right through that big 2-story house, right underneath what I thought would be bedrooms, because I could see the lanais hanging out over the edge. And so I said to the folks, I said, there's one heck of a vein coming through here. I said, on a scale of 1 to 10, I said, it's probably a 12. Right?
Wow.
I said, it's,
Horribly
and
strong.
I said, if it's going underneath a bedroom in your house, and it's going to affect your heart rate, it's going to affect your health, it's going to affect a lot of things. So I said, do either one of you have any kind of issues with sleeping or anything like that? And all of a sudden, he looked at me and she looked at me, and they said, oh my gosh, Well, anyway, it turned out, they grabbed each other and held each other and cried, and I knew exactly what it was, because anyway, it turned out that all her married life, she's been going to see special doctors all over the world, Holland, everywhere, try to figure out what's wrong with her. And her parents spent over $1 million on her trying to figure out what's wrong with her. All it was, they're sleeping on that energy field.
Oh my goodness.
That's what you're talking about.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
for sharing that.
So anyway, so I went over and checked their home out and went in their home and put ribbons in their home where the big energy fields were, and it was going right through their bed,
Uh-huh.
And then it wasn't too bad. Now, in their living quarters and another bedroom or two on the other end of the home, it was fine. So they just basically moved their
Moved
bedroom to the other end, and everything was fine.
Wow. So
That's-
simple.
That's typical. I find a lot of times, like I said, I could talk all night, but there was an old lady out here at Williams, and she was sitting in one chair that she liked to sit in to watch her TV. She just couldn't get out of that chair. She'd be so weak. She'd just be shaking and just out of breath, and and like she's having a heart attack. And so anyway, it turned out that energy field was going right through that chair.
Yeah.
Right through it.
Wow.
And so we just switched the TV with that chair. It was fine.
Oh my goodness.
So
Wow.
little, but then anyway, like I said, I could tell you I had easy 100 situations that were, and a lot of times, but more so men than women probably, but they would be sleeping on this energy field, and they'd get up while sleep maybe an hour and then get up and go sleep on the couch or something. They just couldn't stay in bed. They couldn't figure out what was wrong, and no doctor could tell them what was wrong,
No.
Yeah.
because doctors don't know.
Right.
No, that's not part of their studies.
No. So anyway, that kind of give you an idea what the energy field is all about.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
yeah,
It's very
The
important
energy field's
information.
scary. It can be really scary. I had
Uh-huh.
one time I was up here by Applegate Dam, and I actually walked into a really strong energy field. We were just dowsing. Just walked into it, and I screamed. I actually screamed and jumped
Wow.
back, and it was so strong. It was like a bolt. It was like a train hit me.
Wow.
It was just so strong. And so anyway, yeah, I didn't even want to get close to that thing. It just scared me.
If me too
Then
much.
It turned out that I talk all day. Anyway, that energy field went up this canyon, and there was a double wide mobile sitting up on top up there, and you could see by the trees. The trees are usually, like I say, really full and really dark green, and you could see that path on right up, and that mobile home was right in the middle of that path, right in the middle. Come to find out, the lady that lived there, she got sick, and she ended up going to a home. So her kids took it over, rented it or something, or then so they had renters in there, and none of the renters stayed. Stay about a month or two, and then they move out. And I told the neighbor that was doing the well dowsing for us, I said, you need to go up there, you need to tell the owners that they're renting a dangerous item here, that, people are going to die, that mobile home needs to be moved over about 60 feet. And so the last time I was up there, I went out to Applegate Lake, took my wife out for a drive, and sure enough, that mobile home had been moved.
Nice. Oh, good.
Yeah, and so, so there's all kinds of instances.
Yeah, it's not something that people think of right off the top of their
and like I
head.
say, doctors have no idea what I'm talking about. No idea.
We're so sensitive to electromagnetics.
So how do you?
That's
Is
that
there-
energy, just
Mhm.
that, when you walk into that movement pattern and then the movement of the sick, like the movement of the sick here was moderate. The one over there on that first
Yeah.
one we did was quite a bit more active.
Yeah.
But that is a higher energy field than this one is.
So
What
if
is
I
it?
want to learn how to do it, just start doing it.
You can,
And then
you
try
can,
to get
well, yes and no, maybe. You might not. I don't know.
How did you get started?
I had a guy, actually, when I was 17, he actually did it for a living down in Arizona, and he actually kind of taught me. And he said that he had let over probably 1,300 people try it in his lifetime, and nobody could do it.
Wow.
When he let me try it, and I could do it, he about passed out, and he was probably 83.
Oh my goodness.
He's
Yeah.
older than I am now, but.
So is this okay being this far from where the house is
Oh,
supposed
sure,
to go?
oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you could go half a mile, it wouldn't matter.
Okay.
But it just costs more in pipe and wire and
Right,
yeah, so
right.
this is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, but cool. Like I said.
Nice.